You. Yes, if I'm back. If you say I am, then you're right. Um, So it is. I realize it's really annoying that it doesn't trigger when you press the or click and drag the button. I think that's because I should be using another event. So let's go to drag target. So we got pointer click. I want to have on pointer down instead. What? So it's not really in there, but there's an eye. There is an eye pointer down handler. And there is an eye pointer up handler. Let's use these instead. And I have to, like, if I want to do like a click and then move it, I have to like use the duration you held it down and if you moved your mouse a lot to kind of differentiate those two. But let's implement these for now. Come on, you can find those. No? The heck? Come on, Unity, you can do this? No? Not even if I compile? Okay. To your empire of steel. Brrr. What? Hey, kitty, what have you been doing? You're cold. You been out? Are these potentially overridable? Is that why those worked? Hello, Not Bloom, what's up? But I don't really want to do this, but let's start. I think I can remove the other stuff, couldn't I? Like I don't have to have on... Well, I do. I do. it doesn't quite work now because it doesn't like ever release. Because it's always like doing it. Hello, Munglo! Oh, wait. That's because it's doing the wrong thing. On drag. Oh, it says if currently drag not equals null. So this is starting it or ending it. It should work. We can create another one. On drag drop. So this is the thing we'll call from drag target. If drag target when do you want to do this? If how do I do it normally? I call end drag. So I just call end drag with the drag item as the target. So if currently dragged not equals null and that's not wow, yeah, only that. Return and then end drag with currently dragged and drag target. But the drag target should know something. What can I know from event data? Use drag threshold. Let's check what that is. Use drag threshold. Is a drag operation currently occurring? I don't know that that is true. We'll see. Because maybe it's... You have to kind of use the I drag start and stuff for that, maybe? If I drag and then I drop it, it never... No, that doesn't work. So I click and then I move and it's null. That sucks. Let's get rid of this. I never... Is it that? What's going on here? Oh wait, it might be that I have to run base on these too. Never thought about that. for it not to bug out. That's not how I do it, isn't it though? No, it's like 4 keys. That's it, okay. Trying to learn new keyboard commands. Tough. Yo, Lawrence! So, where do we go from here? Why doesn't it work? So the problem now is I do like both pointer click, so that might be it. So let's see if I can remember. Is it that? Yes. And the submit is like gonna happen. Is there a type? So I can tell if this is i3 gaps. No, I'm not. I'm using KebVM, my own thing. I never really ran any WSL. Maybe I did, but yeah, definitely not i3. I didn't know you could. Can you do that on Windows? So I don't know what this event data is. Could I check if this is pointer event data, or rather if it's not? You just return here. Cleaner. Okay. Cool. No, I have my own thing. It's mostly like splitting my super ultra wide 32:9 screen into half a screen, a full screen, half a screen. So the middle of it is like a 27-inch 1440p monitor, and then I got half of one on each side. You're only seeing the center one. So now I can at least start it to drag, and then I gotta click. It still works with the keyboard, I guess, because I'm still like more or less clicking on the things. So this now actually works, but it doesn't if I'm dragging. It might be that I need to get this. We'll see. Probably should restart to not have weird data. So it's not, I can drag, and then when I release, it doesn't understand that I release, so I gotta know when I'm dragging somehow. So I will remember that. So there is some event data here that has a position. Is there a start? Begin? Press position. I can probably use that directly. If vector 2, where the heck is my 2 int? No, vector 2 distance. No distance. I'm fighting with my keyboard here. Event data, press position, and then event data position. If that is larger than some value, which I have no idea what these are, what space these are in. It exists on GitHub, but it's not really for public consumption yet. I will share it eventually. I just haven't had time to clean it up. It's got like a couple of like hard-coded things in there that sucks. It is an actual repo though, but or a public repo, but I'm not gonna link it to you. So if you go look, you might find it. But yeah. So is this gonna be pixels or what is this gonna be? Can we do this distance? Give me var distance equals that, and then distance is larger than, like, what does this say? Press position. I'm gonna say if it's larger than if the distance is pixels, I want it to be larger than 10 pixels or something. It doesn't really matter exactly what it is. So that still works, and then we can drag it and release, and it goes back. Why? Why does it go back? Because now it feels like it works. I can do that, and then when I release, it goes where it wants to go. Or I could drag, or rather when I click again, when I drag and I put it there, it goes back. Seems like pixels. So that's good. Why does it go back though? So there's something I'm not doing correctly. On drag target submit this. That happens if the distance is larger than 10, which is usually is. So what could happen is that we end drag or we begin drag. We could try on drag drop target instead, which is more specific of what it's gonna do. Shit. Why you no work? So why does it cancel if there's something about a thing? If is currently selected target valid, that's a problem, right? So this open, and this is whenever we change targets. I think that's the issue. Let's just see. So it does say true there. And then I release and it goes back. So it must be that the release is happening in the wrong order somehow. And currently dragged is not null, otherwise it wouldn't go back. So that's not the problem. Drag target has got to be correct, so... Works. Drag. Does not work. It does say valid true. So... but it never gets to end drag. Or... what's happening is happening before. Okay. So this happens earlier. Or is this getting called from somewhere else? Is the cancel happening? Why did I remove all my debugging output? That would have been perfect to do this. But my guess is that it's actually... maybe it's this that's screwing things up. No. Even with that taken out, it still works. Okay. Okay, tell me why. Why is this? Why stupid thing stupid? Okay, so I gotta figure out what is actually happening here. When I release, this is the only thing that happens, I think. Like, what else could it be? So this is not set to be true, I would guess. So that's why it somehow cancels. Nope. There is a thing. It says it's valid. Is the wrong thing sending the event? It's not the drag. It's not pointer up happening. Let's do the distance here. We'll do also this game object name. Actually, I don't need this. So it says target A there. Okay. That's target C too, so the wrong thing is sending the event. I see. So on pointer up, is not getting called like I think it should be called. And it's not getting called. If I drag this here, it should be C, but it's B. So the mouse up gets called on the point where it's do nothing if that happens. Maybe I should cancel. That's the only thing I need to do. I can probably also call cancel drag directly, so we only have one. Probably shouldn't have these public. These are meant to be internal. So now we don't care where you release. Works. And that works too. And keyboard controls, no worky because of the this. Works with that. Controller still works perfectly. Hooray, it works. Okay. I'm supposed to get groceries delivered. Okay, so next up is implementing a way for this to deny dragging certain things around. So it's a function that takes, it's a drag target, can take a drag item, and I always return true now. But I'm gonna create an interface that's gonna be public interface I can drop, and this is gonna have a public do we need that? We don't need that. Bool can drop drag item and this is gonna live on the item. So this is the item that determines if it can be dropped on a certain thing. So it's gonna be drag target. So for that, we're gonna get all the can drops on the drag item, and we're gonna call them, and only if all of them returns true, return. We're gonna use some link here. Can drops every all but if I give you system link, it should be working. And if can drops length equals 0, return true. Otherwise, do that. So that's good. Hello, Rob. What are you up to? How are you doing? Cool. So now we're gonna have to have some weird. You got COVID. Shit. Sorry about that. Hope you're doing okay. We're gonna do like test I can drop, or what did we call it? I think so. Yes. Rename. It's gonna be mono behavior. It's gonna implement I can drop. Nope. So we want to do implement that, but first we gotta add it to our file. Add to solution. Rough. Oh, you started a new job. That sucks. I'm good. I just had my third shot on Monday, and I didn't get any ill effects at all. It seems like I'm fine. So we will implement this now. So we're only gonna allow this if the name matches. Public string name must be target game object name equals name must be, like our simplest possible variation of this. So we're gonna put it on the orange item. Test I can drop. Orange. I'm actually gonna name this one orange too, or maybe this one actually. Those two are named orange. Unfortunately, it's got the wrong item. This one goes there, and that one does not have any. Could fix that by code, I guess, but that's how it is. Now this one can only go in there. That's the idea. So I can try dragging it. It doesn't work at all. I haven't set up the drag target correctly. This one needs to go. No. Wait. I got two cold orange. Those two. Well, this has. Okay. These are weird. So this one goes there, I guess. So name must be orange, and this should be in that slot. Cool, so now I should be able to... I can drag this one, but I cannot drag that one, because I got it set up wrong. No, it's... This is yeah, that's not finished there. So the canceling doesn't work. But I'm not sure. So do you think potentially I need to put that first? I think I'm in the wrong keyboard layer. So this is gonna be used for like dragging, reordering spells and stuff. So that shouldn't be possible, and then we still have an error. Cancel drag, what? Oh, Scravoid, bye bye. Oh wait, I don't need to do that then. Currently drag, transform position, and it doesn't have a drag target. That's the problem. I'm confused. Is this the right one? Is this that? It's not. Oh wait, it's that one has the item, that one has no item. How about that one has an item, no item, no item, has an item. And then this one lives in target A, that's correct. What? Still in weird land. Target C. And then this one says orange drag target as drag target. That's correct, so I don't... So if I drag that there, this still all works. I try to pull that there. It says valid false, which is correct, I would say. Here it says valid true. If I drag it there, it works. Nice, so it's the problem. The problem is that the cancel doesn't work. So we will call this function, and then there will be some error, it seems. Once more. Try to drag it there, and it's it worked. So I can drag it here. I can try to drag it there, but it snaps back. On cancel, that would be the dragged item. It does have true on there. Do I do something stupid? I do, actually. I do. So the problem is that I try to position it when I shouldn't be. This needs to not be there. I don't think so, but it's a fun little experiment there. So I can't do that, but I can do this and then swap them around. So my logic is sound, I would say. Swap those two, but I cannot move that there, and I cannot swap with that. I can do this, and it works. So what would be nice if I could highlight the ones that I could drop on. So whenever I update, actually whenever I begin drag, I will actually tell the targets void set droppable, or I will actually, since we have this, we can say update status, or We're gonna add another one for end. And the thing we will do is we will set the background, which we don't have. We will have canvas groups. Canvas group. Like that. So we will say so we'll just fade it out. If we can't do it, so we'll just say like it's a little bit wasteful because we do this for all the slots, but it's gonna be like 25 or 20, so I think so once in a while my computer can handle this. Even the Switch can handle this. If can drop, we will do 1. Otherwise we'll do 0.25. Then we got to call these functions from the drag handler in begin drag. So we'll do for each var target in targets target dot begin dragging item, drag item, and then after it's done, oh, it might fail actually, because I gotta check that if I already have. Okay, I gotta do a little bit more work here, but we'll figure it out. So the problem is that they will not know if they can drop here. They will only know if, because there's a possibility of a swap. And this might actually happen in the actual game too, because you might want to drop. Say you have something that can only be on the dash spell. You could want to swap something in place with that, and if that's got to be somewhere where it doesn't go, then you have a problem. So if target item not equals null, so both. Okay. Um, we'll have to do like is valid target instead, because it doesn't know about all the others. So two things need to be true. We need to be able to drop. Actually, so we can draw on this and either drag item. No, this must be true. So I'm dragging from something to something. So we need to also say that target item either equals null or target dot can drag item drag target right. So we're swapping it around a little bit. This should not be that. It should be a bool. Is valid for current operation. So we'll just set the canvas group alpha to be is valid for current drag to 1, otherwise 0.25. Let's try this. Compiles. Yes. So now I can not do this. We don't have canvas. So now I can drag this here. And that works. And this I cannot drag here. It looks like I could drag it there, but it shouldn't be possible. I shouldn't be able to put this here, because that doesn't work. Huh. We already do this. We have this valid thing here. We want to make this a function instead. So this part... I kind of probably can just do this. Where the heck it's there. Is swap valid? Don't really like those. I can use this here. With from drag item, drag target to target. Why do you not like this? Ah. I did it wrong. Return. Nah, it's not puzzles. It's for rearranging the gems mostly. Null refs. So drag item can be null. Currently dragged can be null. Right. Because we don't use that yet. So we gotta pass that instead. So it is drag item. But we don't need that. We can use from instead. That should work. Yep. Gems mod abilities. So now we can do this, and it should not be able to do that. You can see these are blocked out, but this one, there are null refs here. Why? So is that before restarting? So pick this up, move it here, pick this up, and it's why does it look like I should be able to? Have I not added that to the list? Let's just rename these for safety. That's stupid, but I gotta call them E both if I want to be able to move that at all. Just so we're sure what's going on here. So I can move this, and I can move it anywhere, even though I shouldn't be able to move it there. This one sort of responds correctly, but that one is not. I don't understand. Is there something special with D? It's got zero, doesn't have a drag item. Okay, I don't understand. Is it though? Okay, what the heck? So pick this up, and these three it thinks are valid. Oh wait, it's gotta be always from. I gotta reverse these. When from and to, from is, that's correct, so that's, but when I begin drag, we say drag item dragged. Well, that's true, that's correct. Unless it is the one, so if okay, can't say I understand. Picking this up should invalidate this one, but it still works. Is there an or sign that shouldn't be there? So 2 item equals null, or from can drop the 2 item. Or and 2 can drop from item. So I am using the same function to determine that I cannot drop that there. You see that? As for determining that part, which means it must be either I forgot to add, no, it can't be that. I got canvas groups on all of these. So that is not the case. There's something stupid in this one where before I drag, no, it's still from and to, so tell me what is wrong here. So these worked perfectly. What? No, that is correct. That doesn't work. But why isn't that one? Because that one doesn't work either. That one does work. What the f... yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't really know what's wrong here. It's acting strange. To your empire of steel. Didn't work. Oh, it ends up here. But I don't understand why this doesn't work. I'm tired. So what to do? It's like... Oh wait, I had an idea before. I haven't added the others. Need 2 E's here. Okay, so that was pretty cool. I cannot put that there, and that is correct. But if I put that there first, then I can put it there. Which feels bad, but it's correct. Swap valid is correct. It was, the problem is I didn't update the values for the lower, because I have this list that I manually add things to. But thank you for shining it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Still works with the controller. It's a little bit hard to see which one is selected, but it does work. Yup. Okay, so clean up code, move it over to, is there, I want to be able to press a button to cancel, potentially. But I can do that in the other project. Now the main stuff is fixed. There is, inside of drag target I have the name item. Inside of item I have the name drag target. I'm going to rename this to just target, I think. So there's one more thing that we need, and that is, so we have that test icon drop. But we need events on the drag handler, I guess. And the only one we really need is drag successful, I think. So we will pass which targets swapped. Can we also do this? There is no argument given that corresponds to the required formal parameter. E of event handler, blah blah, invoke object. Why is the object first there? I was thinking to be smart, but maybe I can be smart this way instead. No. It's not event handler. Now it checks out. Okay. So now these should work more or less. I might have to run real soon here because the I have food coming. Or run, I just gotta go and unpack that for a few minutes. Yeah, is there any other things I need? So it's a successful thing, swap 2, I will know how that works, and yeah. I think this will work. We'll see. Let's go find... Is there any other things we need? I don't think so. So try find this in File Explorer. This folder, the full folder. Koopy doopy. Get it back into robes. My brain is turning off. I'm in scripts already. UI. Drag and drop. Here we go. So now we're having the next problem, which is to actually implement this. UI. We start with the easy one, which is the spell bar. The first thing we do is these are now, oh shit. These are no longer gonna be. Now I'm going to actually move them. So we're going to create a new image. And we're going to turn these off for now. Maybe we'll select them and just actually remove them. Delete. There's gonna be like a slot. This is gonna have the new target, drag target. This spell bar is now gonna be the drag handler. The spell bar is gonna have a list of these slots. I think before we're copying them, we're gonna set it up a little bit closer. Let's use like this. Make it, what's the size of the spell icons? Let's just do like 20 by 20 or something. Probably 30. Writing numbers is still not great on this keyboard. Let's do 24 by 32. There we go. Because I don't have numbers on the keypad or on the actual keyboard. Anyways, turn off. What is this? Can you go somewhere? Here maybe? Okay, so here's my slot. The spell bar is gonna have drag handler, and it's gonna have all the... Do I have to do this for Unity to understand? I just drag these in. Got 2. I'm 4. But spellbar is not really a class yet, I guess. UI, spellbar. We do have spellbar UI. Just not referenced correctly. By the way, how's this coming? Something failed, but it's fine. Well, that's for later. This needs to go away because I clicked the wrong one all the time. I want to have a reference to this thing. The reference should be drag handler. Magic. Oh, food is here. Be right back. I'm back. Oh, do that. Slide down again. Let's see here. So it was groceries, not yeah, there was no kebab at all in there, which is always a bummer. Yep. Hey, Sammy Work, thank you for the raid. How you guys doing? How was your stream? I just ran up and down the stairs with like 200 kilos of groceries, so I'm a little bit winded. That sounds good. Yeah, I will stream for a little bit longer, so. Thank you. So this should sort of work. But now we gotta have that public spell bar icon UI prefab, and then we gotta know from spells action equipped or something. Isn't there like spell changed? So we can know if a spell has changed. Unity. But we know which one changed. I don't really need that one, but so we need to know which spells exists, create an icon prefab, spellbar icon UI, which has to have the spellbar icon has to have the drag item on it. We set up the target when the thing comes. Start the run manager in debug mode. Spellbar needs to have the right script. Spell bar UI. Spells action is there's only going to be one. The icon prefab is gonna be the spell bar icon. This one I want to look at a slight bit here. So this uses the index. Okay. That's not how I think that it should be. It should use oh, and yes, we need to not have all of these here. Drag stuff. No need for that anymore. That should go away. On drag happens elsewhere. Yep, we're gonna fix that. So in multiple places we do this. That's gonna be the spell, so we're gonna initialize this. Public void initialize composed spell. We're gonna keep that in this spell equals spell, and then we want to do setup UI, and we don't want to do that there. We want to pass. We don't need to pass in spell in setup UI. We don't need to do that. For setup UI, we don't need this. And it should not be cleared if we do this. If the I had a slightly different setup before, but these are not going to exist if they're not having something. I think we can just do spell.index. No. Just keep this as a to-do. We don't need to do this. But we need to remove it if the spell is sold, for example. So I'm gonna go and add additional. What am I doing? Control P. Spells action. We only have spell changed. I'm gonna create a new one. Public event. A few new ones, I guess. System action. Spells. Oh shit, do I need that? What's going on with this guy? Just ideas. Close saved. Spell section. Okay, stop. Spell added. A spell removed. I'm in the wrong place. I'm totally in the wrong place. Shit. I don't want to change this at all. I want to be in here. Did I actually change something here? No. I went in there and tried to do it. Okay. So this is happening. I don't know when this happens. Could this be when I'm moving something? So I do like this equip thing here. So how does Compose Spell know that something got equipped or not? This is slightly confusing. So it's got on purchase. Oh no, Matco. Matko. That means I gotta swap. So I gotta swap from Ocean High Contrast to... Can I just do Ocean? Yeah. So I know when I add a spell, this is where I will say that this spell has been added. But it feels like this. Is that happening from multiple positions or? Find all references. Okay, so this is actually only happening here. So this means it must be that it has been just added. It might be replacing some spell. I wonder if I should work hard, like do a bigger rewrite of this. We'll see. This is Compose Spell, which is not where I want to do it. I want to do it here. So I want to do spell added, question mark. Invoke. It wants spells this and the compose spell, and then I actually want to pass along the slot too. So we want to so spell removed never gets called though. Is there like a sold cell? Here we go. To do, and that is unequip, so find all references to unequip. That is only one place. Okay, good. So now we just do spell removed, question mark, invoke, the same things. So this spells, we gotta remove it here, spells. Slot. Spruce! Hello. Cool. So when I'm adding and when I'm removing spells, these things will now trigger inside of Spellbar UI. We can listen for those effects. Thinking like instead of spell changed, we'll do the actual ones instead. So spell added. On spell added. That's when we create it, and we actually want to do still haven't learned where control is on this keyboard. Implicitly, this is better. So arg1 is going to be spells, compose spell is going to be spell, and this is going to be slot. And then we want to do something. So on spell added, we want to create and initialize the thing. So we'll add it as a child, I guess. Which I now realize there's a thing there. Let's instantiate it first. Icon equals instantiate icon prefab as a child. I think there is an overload that does that, right? No, as a child, like that. Icon initialize the spell. I wonder if we should tell it the slot too. Not sure. So now we're gonna go get the drag item from that. Come on, item, icon. Icon get component. Drag item. Drag item slot target equals drag handler targets, and the index is going to be slot. And the opposite is true too. So we're gonna take that and say item equals that. Actually now no, they become C# default method accessibility within the class. What should I call it? Maybe I should do implicit. According to this, I am right and you are wrong. So that's like the first time ever. I think they become private when you don't set it. I'm thinking this should be up to date, so I should be able to just delete the item that's in the slot. If drag handler targets slot item not equals null, well, I guess we just assume it's going to be correct and have it fail on us. That's better than silently failing. We just destroy the item. This is now going to be null. Just so we're sure. Okay, so we create them and we remove them. That should sort of, kind of, maybe work. This project can hide. Was hot white. We want a layout element. Ignore layout. Perfect. These are 20 by 20. Don't think that's true. Cool. So now we need to set up the icon prefab. We already did that, so maybe it already works. It sort of works. We got the wrong positions. And these should obviously not be selectable when I'm hovering over, and then becomes weird. But it's just weird positioning, I think. So we can set up the positioning correctly. I think if I just change it so that the drag if I just set that to true by default, it should work. I've not played Zombie Survivors. I played Vampire Survivors. Look, it's almost correct. Okay, so now I can pick that up and place it down. No. There seems to be some issue with those, but I don't care that much about that. The question is, why can I not drag things? Because things do not have... these are not correct. Spell bar icon. It should have a canvas group that says it's not interactable. Doesn't block raycasts. Try if that makes a difference. The slots don't have canvas items either. Fixing. I don't know that I like that game very much. Holy shit, this worked. Can I... Okay, it didn't work. Yes, it does work. I am amazed. I can press left click now and I can press Q. It doesn't update the text, which is a problem. But we can do that. And now you can actually... it works! Oh, what? I think I bought something from a menu. So... Okay, I think dash doesn't get automatically equipped. So there is something where dash doesn't get equipped properly, but that's fine. I think that's just that the spell's actions doesn't call equip properly. Yeah, it runs only one of the equip functions. If I do that, maybe the dash thing will come up too. Hello, Ed. Thank you. Look, here's the oh wait, I'm in menus. So there's a problem that I have to think of at some point. Where if I do that, then these are actually automatically kind of oh, look, it even works. So if I could just well, dip dip dip, and then right click and then Q, and then if I hover over here somewhere and then I press this and move it, this is now left click. Right, I know why the things doesn't update. I know, because I removed that spell bar icon. We have commented out code here. This doesn't know about which index. So we ask the spell's action. Do I have spell's action? We don't have that. But spell might know. Well, the spell prompt wants an index. Unfortunately, it's gonna be this for now. This is run in the update method, so in theory this should actually work. It's a little bit slower than maybe is optimal, but don't think it matters. So now these should say question mark for left mouse button. It needs to be +1 because of legacy reasons. Might want to change that. Okay, here we go. Space, left mouse button, right mouse button. Pick up this. It says right trigger, left trigger, and left button, which works. I like how the light kind of becomes weird in the corners. Or becomes weird. It becomes something in the corners. So the slots... This worked. The problems are currently that unless we are in a drag thing, okay, so we'll fix this. The drag handler will update the currently this, even if we're... Is there a good reason to do this when we're not dragging? This means... Oh, this would be a nice rider thing. I don't think you can do... You could! VS Code for the win. Yeah, but VS Code could do it too. So, I can now do this. If I just hover over there, it shouldn't update this. But didn't I save? It saved. It's not doing it here, so it must be that these are doing that. Oh! Maybe this actually... It can be there. It can be there. But the problem is this. If current selected currently dragged equals null, return. That will fix it. No. Where did my thing go? There it is. So we will restart Unity Hub. Allow. And then we will actually... I just updated the... or installed the 0.8 version. So we'll try that one out. I don't expect it to break anything. Yes. There's a good reason to do it too, which I'm not going to talk about. A plumbing reason. What's going on here? It's just... That was bright. Still works. Hello. What? That thing that I just fixed stopped working. Odd. Didn't I just fix the thing where why no the dash is there, but it doesn't. So I can dash. And doing that does do it, so it works, but the icon is missing. Is it there in the wrong place?
Hello, Papsen.
Hello.
Ska du säga hej?
Hello.
Ska du bara babbla?
Hej!
Hey.
Vad har hänt på första idag?
Några kräk!
Oh nej!
Så nu kan det bli en härlig cocktail.
Oh. We had someone puking at daycare apparently. Not good. Bad.
Lyssna på det här nu.
Den vanliga färgen på kräk.
Vad är den vanliga färgen på kräk? Jag vet inte. Gulbruna äckelpäcke. Men hon hade...
What? Purple puke? Okay. That was weird. So if you don't hear from me for a couple of days, I probably got purple vomit disease. Let's hope not, but can't, yeah, you know, can't promise anything. I think the problem is, well, it worked before, so it's something that changed, but it might be because the player okay, so the player has the spells thing, and it's got dash in there, and when it boots up, it's gonna run equip, but the problem is that equip happens before the spell bar UI has hooked onto these. Maybe if I do on enable instead. Stop that. So it hooks before. Let's see. Boom. There it is. It's a little bit ugly, but it works. Now I can press Q to dash, and then I drag it back. You can even see how it changes the thing. Some things that right now I can kind of swap them around with my keyboard. It doesn't understand that it should stop moving. That's a thing. But it does work. And it does update properly. How's the spells thing? Arcane Shards, Nova, and Dash. If I try to move these around, move the dash there, does that update? No. So this one needs a little bit of work too. But it's a start. The other part is that it doesn't highlight or show the tooltip anymore. That lives on the icon. And it runs these on pointer enter, which of course doesn't exist anymore. But I can have on pointer enter on the slot instead or something. And then the slot can... But the slot doesn't really have a reference to anything. We'll see about that. I want to also modify the icon so that it centers properly. I think the height of the thing is just too high, too tall. Let's go see about the UI here. HUD, spellbar, slots. Should this be like 28 or something? I don't remember the numbers. Then the positions aren't fully centered. Can you show UI? So if I put this here, this is the exact right size. That's good. So it's 20 by 20 it says here, but the icon below is something else. The offset, if I compare here, it's like minus 14 and 14. So what is this pivot? What's the difference here? That's centered, and the spellbar icon is also centered. I could probably just move it up, whatever this is, 625 or something. Well, that didn't work. I can't apply this. Okay. Just try 0.6 here and see what happens. That was not good enough. Wait, I can actually edit this in real time now that I think of it. Stop. If I do this, it should... no, it does not update. Why doesn't it update? If I drag this, it will update. Okay. So if I do 0.7 and then I kind of start dragging this, it will look almost correct. Well, it's very close to correct, I would say. Okay, so 0.7 it is. Spellbar icon 0.7. Sieben. Okay. The spell slots. With controller, you wouldn't be moving these around, to be honest. That would be more of a mouse thing. You drag and drop them. So we probably... to move it with controller, you go into spells, which I'm gonna add a hotkey to bring this up without having other things to it. So we can move them up and down like this. Or rather, we could before. That's broken. Pity. We're gonna make them drag and droppable. One thing I would like also is if I pick this one and I say I want to drag this around and I want to drop it here, I want to preview the other move. But maybe that's that might be a different thing. Maybe a different thing. But yeah, this works. So let's go on to the next step, which is to fix the spell select thing. The spell list. Is there a reason we don't just put that on? It should be tab, but I don't have tab on my keyboard. Let's modify the actions and add both of F and tab, whatever. That should be settings, player input actions. Put it up here. So in UI, let us add spells. You kidding me? Does it recompile the thing with every keystroke? Okay. Listen, F on keyboard and another one. Come on. Untick autosave. Yeah, I'll probably have to do that. Add binding. This would be on gamepad we would use, I think pause is on something. Let's say it's select and pause is on start. Yes. So whichever the other one is. Let's also add one for keyboard, which should be tab, which is like that key, and D. That's good. There we go. Autosave, just to be sure. So now we got that. Now we can trigger that thing if we press that button, if we are smart. So let's hide everything and go to spell. I thought it was spell, but it's spell list. There it is. We want to show this and pause the game if we press a button. I'm okay, so a few things. I'm doing this in the wrong order a little bit because now I'm going back to the HUD and to these. I forgot one thing, and that is that these need to have their selections be in the right order. The navigation thing, it needs to be explicit. Oh, it got to be none and explicit, and these should be set up correctly. So slot 1 should have to the right this, slot 2 should have to the left that, and to the right that. 3 should have 2 to the left and 4 to the right, and 4 should have 3 to the left. just because when I click this, I'm gonna be able to select things here, but I don't want it to be able to go into some other menu, and like it's just a Unity thing. Also, when I have a selection here, I don't want to be able to move, which should be fixed, but maybe I thought I had that. Either way, oh, this is not it. Oh, tooltips too. Okay, my brain is going a little bit off the rails here. Let's go back to spell bar icon UI or spell bar UI. Can we do pointer enter and tell an icon? Kind of want to go through the drag handler's items for each bar target in drag handler targets, and then we want to have something when mouse enters and so on. Drag target. Drag target, and then we'll have mouse enter and mouse exit or something. Public event, system action, drag target, pointer enter and pointer exit. Enter. We'll do this here. No. Question mark invoke this and pointer exit. Question mark invoke this. You can go through these and for each of them just do target dot pointer enter, pointer enter and exit target. Create those. Target. Remove that, and then we want to check if there is an actual item in there. And if there is an item in there, if target item not equals null, I've been thinking of maybe creating like an interface for this, so maybe there's something that happens on the UI manager level, that when you're hovering over an item, you tell it to show the tooltip of that item. But for now, let's just do it here. So it's var spell bar or like icon equals target icon get component item get component spell bar, and then icon dot show tooltip, and then we'll do the same here. Hide tooltip. Cool. So now we need these functions. Let's create them. And then we'll go to visit them. Come on, G. Oh, that's not control. That's the problem. So this one. So we don't need these anymore. Actually, we can remove these and just repurpose. Get rid of that. We don't need to check that. We just call it like show tooltip and hide tooltip. See if this works. If there's any luck in this. No. Yes, of course. Which means I can probably do that and that. Which means it should be a bit easier. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Was there a delay? Also, it's reversed? Bam. Where did I go wrong? So these are show and hide. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, so there it is. It's kind of a weird Okay, now we have a problem. Now it doesn't get rid of the Nova thing. When I moved it, because it happened when item was not there. I should hide all tooltips when I start dragging something. And how can we do this? Begin drag. We just call that on that thing from when we were beginning the drag and when we're ending the drag, I guess. End drag. So we gotta do begin drag, question mark, invoke, nothing in there. And then, no. And it would be end drag. Why no drag target? What? Yes, that's better. This Oh, did I miss you, Lawrence? Again? Welcome back. I guess we gotta have that there then. Begin and invoke. Gotta call these somewhere, and that's gonna be in drag handler. Begin drag. Wait, there is an on drag start? That's on the item, not on the thing. Ugh. The other ID, I use Unity and I use VS Code. Thank you. Spell list, not spell list. Spell bar icon UI, not that. Spell bar UI, here we go. Yep. We can now... Should we listen for every one of these? Isn't it better to listen to just the drag handler? Drag started. Neither exists. But it should. Drag handler. Public event system action. This time I'm just gonna do like drag item, drag started, drag ended. Doesn't mean it was successful, that's that one. Invoke, not like that. Invoke like that. Currently dragged. Also, when I'm canceling, I want to do the same thing. When I'm starting, I want to run the other one, begin drag, somewhere here. Drag started. Currently dragged, it's gonna be drag item. Maybe I should have done it here and had unsure. So the other part is sometimes I call it drag started, drag ended, and then in the other place I got begin drag. And drag start, so it's not drag started. So it's very inconsistent right now. I think I like started. So let's rename this one. It should be this and that. So this is drag started now. Why is this scrolling? Stop scrolling around. And then this should be start drag. Start drag. And then drag is already correct. And this is called all on drag end. Drag started. I guess that's English. Okay, so now that we have those, we can do something in here. Hide those. By the way, can you read this nicely, or is it better when I have a larger text? Okay, so on drag started, we want to do a for each. It's readable. And then we're going to do the same thing with the tooltip here. We want to hide it. Come on. Hide tooltips. You know what? This should be a function. What? Want to do it in both drag start and drag end. So we're not ending up in that situation we had before. Whoops. What else did I destroy when I did that? Drag item does not... On drag started. I haven't saved drag item, that's the issue. Okay, so now we have these, and if I start dragging, no, it shows them all. Shit. Not spell list, but spell icon UI. No, spell bar UI. It's the end of the day, if you couldn't tell. Okay, so hold over, start dragging. It still shows it, so that's gonna be a problem? Maybe not. Why can I still move around when I'm hovering over these? Put in something that should stop that, but I guess that's a thing for tomorrow. Unless we are, if we're already dragging, if drag handler is dragging, dragging, just return. We'll do the same for this, but that doesn't exist yet, so we'll create it. Create the property I like. Let's use that. We'll go to it. Come on, save. Go. No, I keep forgetting what is my control key. It used to be on my right thumb also, but now it's on my left thumb. So it's annoying. So get internal set sounds good. So we just, it's dragging is true when start drag happens. Let's do it here. End drag is dragging equals false, and cancel drag will also set it to false. Tim, you catch me at the end of my day here. How was your stream? I didn't stick around to see what you did. Oh, and thank you, Rob and Encanto. It's not about right. That's been like that since August. So maybe tomorrow I'll fix it. Maybe tomorrow I'll fix it. Tomorrow I might be fixing that. Okay, so hover over, move it. It stops hovering. It doesn't show any hovers when I'm doing that. I'm dragging it and then releasing. Seems to be working fine. Cool, and if I press F, nothing happens. It should be toggling that other UI, but I don't know. I think I gotta go now. So I'm already on overtime here. Oof. So sorry, Tim's peeps. I'll fix it, Pit, at some point. Let's say tomorrow I fix it. Tomorrow we'll fix it. I'm gonna see if Spires want some viewers. Wow. Raid Spires. YouTube and keys. I don't have it here. Wait a second. It's not up to date, but it exists. 1 second. To my account. Robes, VODs. Why am I not? I can link it. There it is. I think it should work mostly. But yeah, be nice to Spires. Hugs and kisses, and see you again tomorrow, probably. Thank you for hanging out.